Hey grade 6s, today we want to review our reading strategies that we use before we even read a passage. And in order to do that, we're going to go through some of these rules. So the first thing is choose a just right book. And this is something you've been told since primary grades and everything else, but it is just as important in grade 6. Follow the 5-finger rule. And with the 5-finger rule, what you want to do is look at maybe one of the first pages, read that page, and if you find 5 words that are too difficult for you to pronounce or you don't know what 5 of them mean, then that book is most likely a little too hard. Leave it and pick another book that's in your interest level. And go with that. Now obviously if someone gives you a passage to read, then you don't have the choice, but whenever you can, follow that 5-finger rule in choosing a just right book. The second thing you want to do is you want to activate your previous genre knowledge. What do you know about how it was written? If someone gives you a newspaper, then you should activate something that says, okay, I know that the 5 W's and the H are going to be very early in the passage. That's the way it's structured. If someone gives you fiction, then you know it's going to be a story with plot, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Anything like that. If someone gives you nonfiction, then you look for the text features that are in there. What can you activate in your mind to help you understand what this author's trying to get across to you? Another thing that we can use is determine a purpose for reading. What is it that you're trying to do in reading this passage? And ask yourself, why am I reading this? If you've been asked to read it, then there's a purpose there. Do you need to answer questions at the end? Are you looking for certain information? Are you just reading for fun? What is your purpose on reading? And determine that in your mind before you actually do it. Also, with nonfiction, you want to preview the text features to try to look for a purpose, okay, and look at what's on in there. With the fiction books that you're given, you want to preview the title. You want to look at the cover illustration. You want to look at the back of the book, and you want to read the first couple of pages. And all of this will give you, a purpose for reading and give you an overview of what the book is going to be like. Next, make connections. What kind of things is this book going to talk about, and what have I experienced before that is similar to that? So that's an extremely important question. 3 different connections. What have I experienced? What have I read? And what have I seen or heard about that could help me understand what this author's trying to get across? Maybe a picture sort of activates a memory of yours of something you saw in the news or something you've experienced yourself or something else you read. And try to think about those things, and that will help you understand the text. Next, you want to activate some questions. Questions are always helpful in guiding us as to what to think. And when you've previewed the content, what kind of questions does it raise in your mind? And that is a very important thing to ask. What questions does the way the piece is structured raise in your mind? What does it do there? What do you expect to learn while reading this piece is another thing that is very important for you to learn. So always raise these questions, and that helps you in reading a piece and understanding it. So the pre-reading strategies that we've talked about here: choose something that is just right. Use your knowledge of the genres to help you understand how the piece is written and what you can expect as you go through it. Set a purpose for reading. Why am I doing this? And understand that before you actually read a piece. And make connections and ask questions. Make sure you utilize these strategies whenever you're asked to read something or whenever you pick up something to read. It will help you understand so much better. Enjoy.